Hey guys, it's Julia here, and today I have a computer, which is a Dell Optiplex 380. Now I got this back in 2023, I believe. It was my sister's roommate's computer because they upgraded, well, aka I gave them one of my other ones that's better. And I got this in return. And I never really did anything with it because I just didn't really have much to do with it. I might have recorded videos on it, I don't really remember anymore. But I thought, why not pull it out and install an operating system on it, because it appears it doesn't have an operating system installed, or the drive failed, I'm not sure, but it doesn't boot, so we're going to be installing one, which, yeah, I know my little desk thing is broken, I gotta fix that, but anywho, yes, we have the Optiplex 380, which the CMOS has gone bad, because it says this every single time the machine boots. So if I push F2, FN F2, because this keyboard does not have stuff. Now, fun fact, when I was messing with this computer around like a couple days ago, I noticed that it always would go to the service tag screen and there was nothing there. So I actually decided to enter in the service tag that's on the computer and programmed it, because apparently this computer did not have the service tag programmed in. I'm not sure if it was like that from the factory or if the motherboard was replaced and it was just never programmed. But I went ahead and programmed it, as you guys can see, because now it has the service tag in the BIOS, which it did not before. It would say like none, I think. It might have an old screenshot, but I think it would say none. And it was really strange, but I got that problem fixed. Now this does have 4 gigs of RAM. I actually do plan to upgrade this. I think the max is 8, and I'm getting some old desktop RAM soon. So I'll probably throw it in here for a nice upgrade. It is a Core 2 Duo, however, this is one of the newer Core 2 Duos, and the speed is pretty fast for what it is. So I feel this would make a great machine to use for, older OSs. I'm going to be installing Windows Vista in this video because I don't really have any Vista computers. And, I have a lot of Windows 7 computers. In fact, this computer has a Windows 7 sticker on it for the product key. I believe it's for 7 Pro. But I'm hoping I'm going to be installing Vista Ultimate, but I'm not sure if this ISO I'm using is or isn't. But let's see, is that time and date right? Yeah, no, it's not 2012. So I'm going to quickly go fix that. Alright guys, so we have our proper time and date set, as you guys can see here. And honestly, going through the BIOS, I mean, it looks like it will boot the USB. That's a floppy though. I don't know if this can boot, it says USB device, so maybe it can boot USBs. I made a Vista USB. I don't even know what ISO I used. Oh, this is enabled, the disk drive is enabled. No, is that floppy? Does this have a floppy drive? Yeah, this doesn't have a floppy. I don't know why that's even an option, to be honest. Why is smart reporting turned off? Shouldn't that be on? So this has our CompuTrace deactivated, so we don't need to worry about it doing random stuff on us. Also, what is S1? Yeah, I heard S3, that's normal sleep, but what is S1? Well, I guess it does tell us right there. But I never used S1. So I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, we do have our service tag. We don't have an asset tag, although I could put my asset tag in here. But I feel like once I set this, you can't remove it. So I'm not going to bother with that. There's a lot of logs here, a lot of keyboard errors and hard drive fan, but it hasn't went off for the fan. So it's probably older from when this computer maybe had problems, because I believe this computer was, used. How many times did it go off for the hard drive fan? What is all of this? CMOS battery failure. I'm not even surprised by that. That's probably from now though, because the time and date was wrong. Let's apply and exit and get out of here and see if we can boot our USB. I've never used this before. I just picked one of my Vista ISOs. Why is it doing that? Okay, boot menu, USB device, please boot. System voltage is low. Okay, we get it. Okay, good. It is booting our Vista USB. I was not sure if this was going to boot because, I've never actually, I don't even remember if I booted from USBs on this computer before, to be honest. I don't even remember. I wasn't sure if this could boot USBs properly because I know some older machines tend to not want to boot USBs or at least Ventoy, but this isn't Ventoy. I actually just made a USB this time around just in case, because I know a lot of older computers are picky when it comes to Ventoy. It's a good piece of software for multiple ISOs on a USB, but the only issue is that, sometimes it can be picky. Okay, so this is Vista Ultimate, which is exactly what I wanted to install, so that's perfect, because I just picked a random Vista ISO and threw it on here. So, perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for, actually. Because we're gonna have the Vista Ultimate PC. Now, I'm almost certain this probably can't do like ESU and stuff like that, so I probably can't get like extended updates, but that's honestly fine, it's Vista. We're just gonna make a new partition. Looks like it's already formatted, so I must have erased it. But that's okay. Wow, 74 gigs, is that really how big this drive is? That means it's 80 gigs. I'm pretty sure this is an 80 gig hard drive. Hopefully it's still in good condition, but we can obviously check that. So guys, what is your experiences with Windows Vista? Feel free to leave a comment and let me know if you grew up with Vista, how it was using it, if you used it, was it good, was it bad? I'll personally say I really loved the look of Vista when I was younger. I thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I wanted a computer with Vista, but I never had a computer with Vista. Although I do remember when I was like very young, messing with a Vista computer, and it was very out of date, and we had to spend like 5 hours updating it because it was on Windows Vista with like no service packs. And we updated it all the way to SP2 and like did a ton of updates. And I remember it taking so long, and it was to a point where I was actually getting tired and wanted to go home because I didn't want to deal with it. But I wasn't really the one doing it. Back then, my dad used to work on computers for people he knew and stuff. And their computer needed a lot of attention. So, I mean, it happens, A lot of people don't always realize the stuff and the maintenance that they have to do on their computers to keep them maintained and working well. But I do remember that Vista experience. I don't think I have any screenshots or anything because at the time I don't think I had a phone. So yeah, I only had an iPod, which it was the iPod Touch 3rd Gen, which couldn't take pictures because they didn't have a camera. And yeah. Wow, that actually is installing really quickly. I'm honestly surprised. I mean, it is off a USB drive, but like, wow, pretty quick Vista install, huh? I'm just worried about drivers because drivers are always my worst nightmare when I install older OSs, like getting them to work. Also, I think I'm gonna use Legacy Update on this because personally, I heard that from my Windows 8 video, people said, oh, you should try Legacy Update and see if that can fix it. I may give that a try. I haven't pulled that tablet out since that video, but I'm definitely gonna do Legacy Update on Vista probably because I think that would be the best way to get Windows Update working on here because who knows how many updates this needs. Then again, it's some random image I found, so it might have some updates in it already. We'll also see how many programs we can get installed on this, but honestly, I'm gonna pause the video for now until we get closer. Okay, so now it's actually at 0% expanding. It was just copying before, so this is actually gonna take way longer than I thought. So honestly, I'm just gonna let this installation go and come back to save you all the trouble. Oh, of course, it rebooted and it never continued, so now I have to do this. F1. Is it gonna really do this every time? No, I don't want to boot the USB. And now the dog's barking. Finally, it does something. Oh boy, it's doing this crap. And it's still installing. World's longest Windows installation, guys. It just started doing something. I don't know what it's doing, but I just see it's doing this now instead of the Windows setup, so I hope this is normal. Okay, it just rebooted. Yeah, this again. I don't want to boot the USB. At least it asks this time, probably because it detects an OS as well. I may eventually replace this drive, but I at least wanted to install something on here. Although this is an 80 gig drive, so if I go through all my drives and find something better, I may replace it with something else, and maybe I'll reinstall it again. You guys can see that it's finally loading. No setup, no nothing. Really? That's it? Like, where the hell is the setup? Were you supposed to like go through setup? I truly don't know what I just installed, to be honest with you guys, but that's kind of sketch. There's no oob. Well, it looks pretty stock, but we didn't get to do anything, so I have no idea what's going on right now. We don't have drivers either. Does my mouse work? I have like a little ball mouse. Let's go to the properties. So Vista Ultimate Service Pack 2. I don't know why it's named this. USPS PC. That's weird. Isn't that the name of the US Post Office? I don't even know where I got this ISO from, guys. I just had this and I have no idea what it was from or what it was for. But this is what we have now. Pretty interesting that they named it that. Who knows where I found this, but it sounds kind of funny. Very good name. 11 out of 10. Great name that you guys put, whoever made this ISO. I don't know what this contains. Let's see if there's any like applications on here. No, it's stock. So, okay. It's just stock Vista. It's actually running pretty well for being Vista. It's got, you know, all the Vista apps. There's nothing obscure about this. I'd say we can try to connect to the internet and maybe I can see if I can get drivers. Oh yeah, let's go to device manager if I can. I don't do it there. I'll just go to manage on computer and then go to device manager from there. Yeah, we do not have our video driver, we don't have our Ethernet, and we don't have our VGA, so I'll see if I can get like a snappy driver installer later. Alright, so I decided to get some drivers for the machine. Right now it is currently downloading drivers. I did use Snappy Driver Installer here to get the network driver, as I already had a folder that contained network drivers. So I copied them over from my USB drive and then ran it, installed the network driver, plugged in Ethernet, closed and reopened it, and then proceeded to tell it to download drivers for this PC only. So it's doing that right now, and when this is done, it should let me install the drivers. And then from that point, after we get all the drivers and all that's installed, we're gonna try Windows updates on here. Now, if it doesn't work out of the box, we'll use Legacy Update, but I do wanna at least get this as most up to date as possible. And then we will check it out, because I actually heard that, you know, with Vista Ultimate, they have the extras, and I wanted to check those out because I know that they made a big deal about that back in the day, and I'm curious to see what kind of stuff they added. So we will check those out as well. So anyways, let's just come back when this download is done. Okay guys, I'm back at almost 1 in the morning. I don't know why it says it's 3. I probably need to fix the time again. It's probably in the wrong time zone, which let me actually do that. Okay, that's fixed. So these are not installed. The chipset, I don't know why there's 2 of them. I'm gonna install these 2 just to update all the drivers, because I mean I downloaded them and install. If I break it, then whoops, because I've had drivers crash the computer before in the past, and it's not fun. Oh boy, why is it downloading at 3 freaking gigs? Again, I just downloaded stuff. Are you freaking serious, dude? Okay, guys, we're gonna be here a while, but I'm not tired, so that's okay. We will wait for this. It's freaking 1 in the morning on Christmas Day now, and I am just using Snappy Driver Installer. Freaking wonderful. So I come back and I see this. It's needing to install driver. Just, you know what? Just do it later. I don't care about that. Okay, so we have pretty much everything. except a restart is required for some of them. And as I say, we don't have that installed. Alright, it was done, but I need to reboot. I'm not gonna worry about these. Why'd it come back again? I don't know. I'm just gonna restart. Before I do, if I open Device Manager, why is this a problem? Oh, I need to reboot. Okay, sure. So I have to reboot to change the DPI, unfortunately, but when I'm recording and it's far away, I can't see the screen, so I'm gonna have to do that because this is a smaller monitor and it's harder to read. I can't tell if that helped or not, but I guess it'll do. I think it did help. So close that. Don't show again, don't show again, don't show again. Yada yada yada. Can we do arrow? Just arrow. Yes, we can. So we have arrow in Vista. I'm gonna keep the default for now because this is like the wallpaper I really loved. There was another one, but I might change it to that later on. Where is Windows Update? There's Windows Update. Hopefully this works. I don't know if Windows Update will work out of the box on this, but we'll find out. So updates are not being installed automatically. You know what? Fine. Turn on automatic updates. And of course, we get an error code. Wonderful. I can't even see what that error code is. But it probably means this isn't gonna work. And I'm not even gonna bother looking at it. We're gonna get out of here and we're just gonna try Legacy Update. So let's open Internet Explorer and let's open up legacyupdate.net and see if that fixes this. Okay, I cannot see this. Turn on automatic phishing filter. Just ask later. I don't care. So we gotta install Legacy Update, but there's like a thing right here that has us read stuff. You can install Legacy Update on Windows 10 and 11. We're gonna get this. Okay, time to see this. So I'm gonna zoom this in so I can actually see from the camera. Internet Explorer 9, update, all this stuff. Okay, what version of IE are we even on? We're on Internet Explorer 7, so yeah, we definitely are not up to date. We're just gonna install everything here. Okay, let's install. So we are installing Legacy Update. Just update agent. I've never used this before. This is like the first time I think I've ever used this before. So this should hopefully fix any issues with that one tablet. Configuring updates. Okay, so it did install something. Finally, it's doing something. What in the world is it doing? What is it? What? Oh, it's not activated. That's a problem. Ask later. I'll fix that later. I don't even know if I have an ultimate key. Latest update, install all relevant updates to fix Windows Update. These versions may display, can't search for new updates. I think that's what I got. I don't know if it was that error, but I did get the Windows could not search for updates earlier, but I didn't look at the code, but it probably was that code. Oh yeah, that looks a lot newer. So, will this actually check for updates, or will this give us an error? Please don't give an error. I don't need an error. I don't like when updates fail. I really hate when that happens. It's very annoying and irritating to deal with failing updates. I've dealt with it before and it's not fun. It's checking for a while. We'll be back. Okay guys, it's a few days later. I hadn't done any updates. I had actually turned the computer off and I've done a couple things since then. It's been a few days. I got sick and Christmas happened, so I didn't record. But anyways, I'm back. I rearmed the activation so it has the grace period again. However, it might deactivate because the time and date got screwed up when I moved the computer. But anyways, if I go to the properties of the machine, you will notice that we now have 8 gigs of RAM instead of 4 because I was cleaning and I found 2 4-gig sticks of DDR3, so I threw those in instead of having the 2 2-gig sticks. So we got an upgrade, so we have double the memory now. I tried to run the experience index, but it like crashed for some reason. I don't know why, but we might have to rearm the activation again because I need to fix the time and date, and I know for a fact it's going to mess with the activation because it thinks it's 2012 again because the CMOS is dead. And anytime the machine is unplugged, it clears, which is really irritating, but I doubt this will work, but we can try. Yeah, it gave an error, so I'm gonna have to go put the time and date back in manually right now. Alright guys, I set the right time and date. I'm surprised it hasn't deactivated. Then again, I'd probably have to reboot for it to do that, but let's just check Windows Update and see what it found. Okay, apparently nothing, so I'm gonna have to check again because I guess it didn't check properly or something. So oh, okay, we're back. So it says no important updates, but we have 6 optional updates here, and they're just the ultimate extras, which is exactly what I wanted to install. If I go back, you could see there's Windows Ultimate Extras available for download. I have never seen them, nor have I used them. So we have BitLocker and EFS enhancements. So this is something to do with BitLocker. I guess it just provides more stuff from 2017. A poker game. So it comes with a poker game. That's pretty cool. Microsoft Tinker. I don't know what this is. To play Microsoft Tinker. It's a game, I think. Yeah, it's a game, it looks like. Ultimate Extra Sounds. So there's sounds for Microsoft Tinker. Interesting. I really don't even know what Microsoft Tinker is. Windows Dream Scene. I think I've heard of this. A video for your desktop background. So it's like a video background, it looks like. But it does support Arrow, so it should work. And we have Windows Sound Scheme, so it comes with additional sounds, I guess. So that's really cool. It says Glass or Ultimate Extras Pearl. So we will check out the sounds. And these are all released in like 2008 and 2007. So, you know, we're just going to install all of the Ultimate Extras because that's really why I wanted to do this. I'm surprised that it has all the Windows updates. I'm guessing it does because maybe this ISO I used was up to date. I mean, it was 6 gigs, so it probably just has all the updates, but I don't even know where I got this from. So pretty cool though that it at least has this. So if it deactivates, I'll just have to rearm activation again. And that'll do. It'll still be in the grace period. I don't have an ultimate key, so it's really all I can do. Whether I'm gonna keep this on the computer is another question as well. Anyways, I'm gonna let these install and do a time lapse. Alright guys, so we're back and it wants to reboot for the 6 updates, well the ultimate extras. So let's just reboot it and we will see what it has to offer. And please don't deactivate, I don't want to rearm you again, please. Looks like I'll be rearming the activation again. I hate when the CMOS resets. Okay, it's back. We just need to change our wallpaper again because it reset it. Let's actually check out Windows Dream Scene. What is this? Does it move or something? Yeah, it does. Look at that, guys. The wallpaper is actually moving. So This is something from Windows Dream Scene. You guys can see the wallpapers doing that. I've never seen this. In fact, how do I mess with Windows Dream Scene? Let's go to sounds and see if we can actually change the theme here. So Ultimate Extras Glass and Ultimate Extras Pearl and Microsoft Tinker game sounds. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear it though because I don't have speakers connected to the machine. Let's see. Can we hear them? They sound the same. Well, they're a little different. That's different. Okay, let's try this one. Okay, so I turned it up, so let's see if we can hear this. Interesting. That's the same one. I don't know if the mic will pick it up. I do like how they have extra sounds because I've never heard these before. I clicked the wrong one. That's okay. I don't need to hear all of them, but yeah. Yeah, we know we installed updates. Can't really hear that. Anyways, let's check out Pearl. Kind of like that. I like the other one better. That was similar. I'm thinking of how this will sound. Exactly how I expected. That's the same, I think. Honestly, it was probably hard for you guys to hear it because it was coming out of the PC's like actual speakers. But honestly, I'm gonna leave it on the glass theme. Is there any mouse pointers? I highly doubt it, but these might have already been on here. Variations, what is that? Yeah, that's been on there. These have all been on here. Let's see if there's like a folder with Ultimate Extras. Oh, we have some games. So we have the Hold'em game and the Microsoft Tinker game. Let's actually check out the Tinker game first. I'm curious to know what that even is. What is this? I have never seen this before. I don't know what I'm playing, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna play this. Hold on, I'm gonna play a lot of this, it's long. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to go there or something? I can't use it. Move over to yeah. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. Oh, I see how to do it now. I failed, okay, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play this. I keep moving it, I wanna move it. I didn't do it last time. Yeah, this, okay. Yeah. Okay, I don't know how to play this game, unfortunately, so I'm just gonna get out of it. I don't have a proper keyboard hooked up. It's like this little thing meant for a media PC that's handheld, and it has like weird arrow keys, so obviously, I don't know if I'm just being stupid or what, but I couldn't figure that game out, so I'm not gonna worry about it. But there's another game called Hold'em, so beginner. I'm just looking at it. I don't know if I'm actually gonna like play this, but basically it's a poker game, and I don't really know how to play poker, to be honest. It's not really a game I play, but like I guess you could play poker on this. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never played poker in my life. Fold. What does fold do? I don't know what I just did. I folded, I guess. Okay, I know that was probably a stupid joke, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just gonna honestly just get out of this because I don't want to play poker. But I just wanted to see the games that it had. But if we go to the upgrades and extras folder, we have all the other stuff. Windows Marketplace, what is this? Oh, this is gonna be dead because it's gonna go to Microsoft. It does have IE9 though. It's weird how this ISO came with IE7 even though it has literally no Windows updates available. If we go to the Ultimate Extras, yeah, we already have them installed. So it had some other stuff, mainly games, sounds, extra BitLocker tools and stuff like that, but nothing really too crazy. I think the BitLocker thing's in here, yeah. BitLocker drive preparation tool and another folder with readmes. I did not want to open that again. Get out. So this was the preparation tool, so let's check this out. Let's just agree. This is probably to like encrypt it, so maybe Vista actually added BitLocker, but you have to have the extra for it. So new active drive S will be created from free space on C. The boot files will be moved to the new active drive. The new active drive cannot be protected by BitLocker. Caution, backup critical data and files before continuing. The process may require defragmentation, which will require for a few minutes or a few hours. Do not store important data on the new active drive. So it seems like it makes a new drive, and it moves the boot files to said drive, and I guess that's how it's able to boot. So it probably like puts the boot files on that to boot, and then stores everything else on C, which it probably encrypts C, but we're not going to actually do it. But I find that kind of interesting how it's like that. Maybe I'll make a video like demonstrating Windows Vista BitLocker or something like that, but I just wanted to see what the extras had to offer, and honestly it seems quite interesting. What are these icons down here? Oh, that thing that keeps popping up. Windows security alerts, the sidebar, Realtek, Defender, Intel, the internet, and the volume. What does Defender want? Sure, let's do a Defender scan, guys, on Vista. And what's our security alerts? Oh, just that we don't have any antivirus software. That's to be expected. This is what Windows Defender looked like on Vista. But anyways, I'll just go into the uninstall programs. That's all we have. So it's pretty stock, I'd say for sure. If we view installed updates, do we actually have like a ton of updates installed? Because it's only showing like the ultimate extras. This is really strange. Unless there's gotta be more updates than that. Okay, yeah, this does have 373 updates. So I believe that this does have every Vista update. So that's pretty cool, honestly. It has all the Vista updates. Okay. Anywho, that's that. Anyways, guys, that'll be it for the adventure of Windows Vista on this machine, at least for now, because maybe I'll make a video in the future trying out applications on Windows Vista, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. I feel like that'd be pretty interesting, and I'm glad I got to check out the Ultimate Extras, as I'd never checked those out before, and I really like the sounds. So, anyways, before ending, I'd once again like to thank our channel members, Samiri Yoshizawa, also Marcus, DJ1i28, Ritu, KPO, Andre Paduraru, Pramudita Tech, Real V at Gina People, The Yellow Penguin, The Full Moon, Overgreen, Cyclone, Dencorn, and M. You guys are awesome, and I really appreciate the support in making these videos. I do plan to upload a lot more, especially next year, so hopefully you guys enjoy. I'll have another channel members video soon. Anyways, thanks for watching to everybody. Hope you guys are having a great day, and happy holidays.